Dune time, it's Dune time! Welcome to some more Dune time. I'm playing a classic game of Dune Imperium, and you know who I haven't played in a while is Ilban. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lock Ilban in right now without even looking at the Imperium row, because that's just how I feel. Now let's take a look at it. Duncan, Idaho, Bene Gesserit, Initiate, The Voice, Assassination Mission, and Guild Ambassador. So that is what's happening here. I felt like playing a classic game, not Rise of Ix, for a little bit of a change of pace, and I do like to make sure I'm still producing new videos for the base game, because I know some of you like that in addition to Rise of Ix, and some of you prefer it. So I want to make sure I'm covering all the bases here, and I like both as well. So just for myself, I like doing that. If you're only into Rise of Ix, that's cool. There's still plenty of Rise of Ix stuff coming at you, lots of ranked games. But we're going to mix it up with the classic game today. And it's been a while since I've recorded a classic game specifically for the channel, not on stream. So I am player one. Right now we're choosing, waiting for Baron to choose his master stroke factions. And who knows what he's going to pick, because obviously, given that it's not Rise of Ix, he has a lot more freedom to do that, maybe based on what's in the Imperium row. Okay, I've got Seek Allies, Diplomacy, and Signet Ring. Let's see. I can't do Still Suits and Great Flat. I'm gonna go Wealth here. I just wanted to get some Solari on me. It feels to me like it gives me some flexibility as to what I do with my next play. I'm thinking of Signet Ring to Haga Basin, potentially. So that next round I can sell Melange and get Swordmaster. So I can make that move as long as I have two Solari somehow. So sometimes you get it from the conflict, sometimes you get it from wealth. So I have wealth now. Haga Basin is still an option. And, you know, if I can get some spice from the conflict at the same time, that would be great. Love to get a bunch of Solari on Ilban early. Because obviously Ilban loves Solari, right? For Mentats later on down the line. Okay, Hardy Warriors here from Helena. Decides to only put in 2 troops, waiting to see what everyone else is up to. Helena obviously still has another agent, and she can easily get to Carthag or Arakeen to deploy. So if she's planning on doing that, then it's no big deal that she didn't put in more. Haga Basin gets taken. That is what I wanted to do. Okay, well, maybe I go to Imperial Basin and hope I can get at least third. Alternatively, I just abandon that plan and I go to Secure Contract, get 4 Solari, bringing me to 6, and then I would just need to hit Wealth or Secure Contract to get Swordmaster. I don't like not using the diplomacy, but I'm going to go that way. Let's see what everybody else gets up to. I have no daggers. This may fail. Baron goes to Great Flat. Does he also deploy troops? If he does, it's going to really suck for me because I might end up with nothing for these 2 troops. Okay, he decides not to deploy. So that means I'm going to at least get 1, which means the Summelange play is available for me. Now, Paul is going to be going first. Like, not first, but he's going to be going before me next round. So he can beat me to sell Melange. So actually, this was not a good idea because Paul is going to get 1 spice. He's going to have 3. He'll be able to sell Melange and get Swordmaster. And I'm going to be kind of blocked from it. So this perhaps was not the best situation. I mean, getting 3 spice out of this is not terrible at the cost of troops, but it might have been better for me to just have either gone to secure contract or just use the diplomacy, because this is a waste of a diplomacy now, which is not good. I'm going to take Guild Ambassador and Assassination Mission. 2 voices here. It's very interesting. We'll see if Helena has any daggers, because maybe we end up tying for first. Okay, 1 dagger for Helena, so she gets first. I think I'll get second, unless Paul has 2 daggers. He also has an intrigue card. No daggers. We'll see if he has an intrigue card he wants to play. Voice taken by Paul. We'll try to remember that he has that. Also goes for the Missionaire Protective. I mean, there's a lot of Bene Gesserit stuff there. We'll see if he can make that work for him. Voice is a card. It's good to try to remember who has it and try to keep track of, you know, where it is so they don't get screwed over. All right. So Helena goes ahead and unlocks Siege Taberer. Paul and I both have 3 spice, so I expect he's going to sell Melange and get Swordmaster here. And I have this. Possibly I could get Secure Contract and High Council seat. But I don't know if I want to do that. Of course, Mentat is an option. I typically don't like to do it until I've gotten Swordmaster, but I think sometimes that's a mistake for me to avoid doing that. It's something I probably should try to get more used to. I just hate it. I hate, you know, burning the Solari before I get those things done. Baron, how did... Oh yeah, he got the spice as well. So everybody got the spice. Yeah. So I think that was a bad call for me. I think I should have gone to... I probably just should have used the diplomacy, honestly. And maybe picked up a fold space. Okay, Helena looking to come in on this conflict. Obviously the Solari is pretty good. I would like to get some of that for myself. I wonder if I'll hit Arakeen. Or if I go to Secure Contract. Because Paul's going to sell Melange next round. It would be good for me to get to 8 Solari this round through some combination of the conflict and sell Melange, but Paul's obviously thinking he wants in on this as well. Yeah. He had no daggers last time, right? So he has both daggers this round. So do I. Yeah, this feels a little hard for me. I want to go to Arakeen. I also want Secure Contract. I'm recording a game. I'm gonna go to Arakeen. I'd like to draw a different card, I think. It's a... Okay. Now I only have 2 troops, which is a bit hard. I'm just gonna put in 1. Hope I can get the 2 Solari. I'm not sure if Baron is gonna get in on this one. Okay, he gets Swordmaster. If I can get Secure Contract and the 2 Solari, that gets me to 8. But we'll see. I have a feeling this is going to get snatched. Still suits for Helena. She probably is going to deploy a little bit more here. Paul, what does he do? He doesn't necessarily need Secure Contract for himself if he's going to be selling Melange next round, but he might want to stop me from getting it. He goes to Wealth. Okay. I think this is what I'm going to do, but there is a temptation, honestly, to hit Mentat. There's some good cards here, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Fold space for Baron, who still has not revealed a Master Stroke. Okay, so I should be good for Swordmaster next round. I've got a Signet Ring or an Ambassador that can take me there. Peter DeVries picked up for Helena. Paul now reveals for 3 and 2 swords. He did have the 2 daggers as predicted. So yeah, it wasn't worth it for me to, you know, tie him there. Shifting Allegiances for Paul. Okay, Paul has Voice and Shifting Allegiances. Well, I'm going to take a Voice. But, ooh, Kwisatz Haderach. I'm not going to take the infantry. Sometimes I like it. I don't feel like it right now. Kwisatz Haderach. Okay, ambush for Paul. Takes the victory away from Helena. So that's going to be a victory point for Paul, as well as control of Arakeen. So that's going to be a little bit more Solari for him. Helena's going to get the 4 Solari. I'm going to get the 2, which is all I wanted. So I'm pretty happy with that 1 troop for 2 Solari. Worked out well for me. Baron did not get in on that. Cloak and Dagger is the next conflict. So it's going to be Guild Ambassador to Swordmaster and take the Guild influence for me. This also might be a good time for me to selective breeding, get rid of the assassination mission. Okay. I was starting to think, maybe can I get that Kwisatz Haderach this round? You know, the selective breeding. Maybe I go for a High Council seat, but no. Helena has ringed it. Maybe I can get a gurney if I'm lucky. So does Paul sell Melange here? If he does, I've got to go to Swordmaster immediately. If he doesn't, then I could go to selective breeding first. 3 spice on Haga Basin, 2 spice on Imperial Basin. Currently, I only have 1 influence anywhere. It's up here. So my influence game is not great at the moment. I've got diplomacy and guild ambassador essentially, and I skipped 1 turn of diplomacy, which is why this is here. So this is just from the Seek Allies. Haven't even played my diplomacy yet. Paul timing out. Don't know if that's indecision, a quit, bathroom break. Who knows? I hope it's not a quit or a disconnect. Okay, good. I thought that said still suits, but it's secrets. Okay. Okay, so I can afford to wait on Swordmaster. Can I? He might have voice. Yeah, I might get voiced if I'm not careful. So you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I really don't want to get voiced. It's happened to me. It's happened to me in the recent past. Maybe you remember seeing that where, you know, because typically I like to get my Swordmaster on a later agent if I can get away with it so that I can prioritize, you know, more in-demand spaces. Like I really want to get to selective breeding this turn. I really want to get rid of this assassination mission. But I really want to make sure I get Swordmaster now. And if I had gone to selective breeding first, I would have 1 agent left. If I got voiced, if Swordmaster got voiced by Paul, I wouldn't be able to get there. So I'm taking the chance that selective breeding may get taken away. And it does. That's a bummer. Okay, so what do I want to do now? I could wealth and then mentat. I kind of also would like fold space. I want to get that alliance so that I can start getting points out of the guild ambassador, and also, you know, fold space is essentially 2 influence, right? It gets me this influence and later it'll get me another one. If I don't mentat, then my signet ring goes to one of these 3 spaces, I guess, or I could maybe even sell Melange still. I'm going to go the fold space route. And yeah, I might sell Melange. Because I do need Solari for mentats and high council seats. I'm going to get 1 out of this. That really hurt, but I really think there was a high chance Paul had the voice in hand, so I did not want to risk it. Because I wanted the biscuit, right? I wanted the biscuit. I didn't want to risk it and miss the biscuit. Sometimes you risk it for the biscuit. In this case, I didn't risk it for the biscuit. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Imperial Basin for the Baron. I think it's sell Melange. I think I sell all of it, get 8 + 1, 9 Solari, so that I can get High Council and Mentats and or rally troops. I think that's the play for me. There's the Kwisatz Haderach for Helena, who also already has Peter de Vries. There is I would love to get Gurney Halleck, but the only way would be Power Play to Paul. He's got a lot of good cards this game. The only way would be if I went to Arakeen and drew the Voice, which is a 1 in 6 chance, so I'm not going to do that. If I had done the Wealth Mentat, then I would have had a better chance at it, but I decided to do that one. It's a tough game. All right, let me sell Melange here, I think. Unless I want 3 Spice. 3 Spice and deploy for another Spice and or an Intrigue card is also tempting, but I'm going to go ahead and just sell Melange. I'm going to sell it all. That's going to bring me to 10 Solari, so I should be good for Solari for a while now. I'm kind of funding my future turns with that move. So next round, I'm going to be looking to get High Council seat and Mentat. So far, Baron and I are the only ones with Swordmaster. Helen and Paul still a little bit far away. I'm kind of surprised neither of them has sold Melange. Okay, for 4 here, I don't think I want Duncan Idaho today. Once in a while, I don't mind Duncan. I think it's going to be Bene Gesserit's sister. And that's going to be it. Worm Riders pops up. So the Bene Gesserit sister, because of the Bene Gesserit agent icon, I need to get that point there. So I'm hoping that she can help me with that. Okay, nobody getting the 3rd place here. Baron getting an influence and 2 Intrigue cards. Of course, Baron always needs more Intrigue cards. Paul going to get 1 Intrigue card and a Spice. That puts him at 4, but he does go first next round, so he can take secrets to protect from the steal, or he has a chance to use an Intrigue card before anybody else can take it from him. And Haga Basin is going to go up to 4 Spice as well. So I might be looking at that. Now, I unfortunately cannot get to secrets. I have to decide. I could use Voice to go to Haga Basin and block Mentat, make sure I can get it, because somebody might take a Mentat at this point, even though, you know, nobody has High Council yet. These two have, you know, they've got Swordmaster still to get, so I don't know if they're going to be going to Mentat. Baron definitely might, but he might want to save up for a High Council seat as well. So I'm not sure if it's worth... My mouse is being weird right now. I'm not sure it's worth using the Voice because... What the hell? There must be like a hair in my mouse sensor or something. Oh, now my mouse is just disconnected. Okay, great. That's just what I need. We good? Hello? Well, it's operational. We'll see how it goes. The thing is, the Voice is persuasion, right? And I don't have a lot of persuasion in my hand. So I would like to get Mentat and High Council seat and still have some persuasion in my hand. So I'm going to keep the Voice. I'm going to go to Haga Basin. I'm going to deploy a troop. And there we go. 4 Spice, 10 Solari, 0 water, but hopefully I'll get that water back. 2 daggers in hand, but they're going to be going up here. Okay, my mouse seems to be going okay now. Dune is the top card of the deck. Not exactly amazing. Baron burns the guild authorization intrigue card for some reason. I don't really know why. Because he could go to secrets first and then decide if he needed to do that, or if he wanted to burn the card he drew from secrets, but not a big deal either way, really. just a small optimization there. And it looks like my targets are going to be available. I haven't shown the abilities here, so forgive me, but yeah, Ilban's Signet Ring is 1 Solari, and his passive is Ruthless Negotiator. Whenever you pay Solari for the cost of a board space, draw a card. So I've been talking about Mentat a lot because, for me, Mentat is draw 2 cards, which is a really great deal. I did draw a card the one time I went to Swordmaster. Paul is the Emperor Alliance now with the lead at 5 victory points. And I go for Mentat. Draw 2 cards. Okay, got some more persuasion in hand. I would like to get High Council seat. That'll also draw me another card, and then I'll still have another card to play somewhere, but I'm hoping I can pick up Gurney, Halleck. Worm Riders. I like Worm Riders also, but I think Gurney is better most of the time. Okay, Freeman Camp to Imperial Basin. Helena going to throw in some more troops, go for this conflict. Rally troops also, you know, would be good for me. I'm out of troops in my garrison, but I want to get the High Council seat before I start thinking about that. Windfall for Paul. Okay, there's the Swordmaster finally for the young Duke. Baron might be looking at High Council seat. I'm happy to take it. I've got that fold space, and I've got places to use it. It's gonna be fold space to fold space, I think, because I do want to fight for that alliance. Guild Ambassador is coming up. I do have Spice on me to get a point out of it. Baron goes to rally troops. I don't know if he was thinking about High Council seat, but he decides to spend the Solari now on rally troops. Good time to do it. He was low on troops in his garrison as well. Uses rapid mobilization, so he didn't need to do that yet. He could have waited. I like the late master stroke that happens in the base game. In Rise of Ix, it's always like turn 1 or 2 Hardy Warriors, but round 1 or 2 Hardy Warriors, I guess I should say. But in Classic, there's not as much of a hurry, and so it's interesting to get the late master stroke. Now, there was no reason for Baron to actually use that yet. He could have waited until his reveal turn to deploy troops, which would have been wiser because it would give you more time to just see the state of the battlefield and decide if it's really something you want to do. You know, he didn't need to do it. He wasn't over intrigue cards. So again, just another timing thing. But Ednor, I think, was saying just started 2 days ago. So these are like very normal things for a newer player to not quite have gotten the hang of yet. They're little things, but they're things that can, you know, make a difference. Okay, fold space was taken from me, so that's not happening anymore. I think maybe I'd like to go to still suits in that case. Get myself a water, you know, move up that little bit. Selective breeding is an option, but I think I might want to, well, I'm not going to have that alliance yet. Maybe it is a good time for selective breeding then. Get rid of one of these daggers. I mean, the daggers are not terrible for Ilban, but maybe. The issue is there's cards here I don't actually want to draw right now, right? I don't want to draw diplomacy. I don't want to draw any of those cards. So no, it's not selective breeding. It's going to be still suits. Okay, actually, no, this is not good. I didn't want to draw this guy. I had to draw one card because it's fold space and it draws a card. I did not want to draw him because he doesn't do anything on reveal, and I wanted to be able to play him to get an influence with the guild. So that's definitely not ideal, but that's how it goes. Now, I've got 8 persuasion. So Gurney Halleck is certainly an option if he's still there. If for some reason he's gone, then it will be Worm Riders. Was that a Spice Must Flow? No. What did Baron just get? 2 liaisons? Yeah. Okay. Duncan Idaho. The loyal Duncan Idaho goes to work for Paul, and the loyal Gurney Halleck comes to work for Count Ilban. Come on over, Gurney Halleck. I think I'll take the Spice Hunter as well. I think I will. To get that Freeman point. I think so. There's a chance I'll get it another way, but I've got, you know, quite a lot of work to do. So I think I'll take whatever faction access I can get here. Is it smart to get it over the liaison? I don't know. But Bene Gesserit's sister can go here. The diplomacy can go to Emperor or Guild. So I'm taking that Spice Hunter to try to get that point. Who knows? Maybe the Alliance here. Almost certainly not. All right, ambush from Baron. So he's going to take the victory. That'll put him into the lead at 6 victory points. He's gotten all of his victory points off of the faction tracks already, so no more easy points for him. The rest of them are going to come from conflicts, Spice Must Flows, and perhaps alliances. As for me, I've got 3 victory points still to get in the faction spaces. And there's 2 of them there, so this would be a nice conflict for me to win. But it's not going to be easy to do. This seems like a good time. The tricky thing is I would like to go to selective breeding. Yeah, maybe I'll go to selective breeding here and trash this assassination mission while I can. I think that's going to be the play. And then hopefully I can get the diplomacy to fold space. Mentat would again be really great for me. Perhaps I should even prioritize it. Helena's still not really seeming that excited about Swordmaster. Another thing I could do is I could go to Great Flat and Hayliner instead of Fold Space. Never mind. Helena perhaps considering that for herself. I could also think about a rally troops. The thing is, I think Helena's going to Hayliner this now. But, you know, rally troops is another option. But I think it's Mentat. Possibly both. Arakeen for Paul, so that's 2 card draws for Paul, 1 from the ring, 1 from Arakeen. Also gets him a Solari, and he's interested in this conflict. I'm trying to decide if I should prioritize Fold Space or Mentat. I think I'm going to prioritize the Fold Space because I really want to make sure I can get that. I don't want to give Baron the opportunity to sneak in there. And again, the Fold Space is going to help me with other faction situations as well. So I'm hoping I can still get to Mentat with the ring. If I can't, I'll probably end up sending it to rally troops. Secure contract for Baron. Okay, looking at the High Council seat, I think. Helena goes to sell Melange. I really thought she was setting up for a Hayliner. Okay. All right, she takes the worm off the board, and Stilgar shows up. Good card. Well, it's still going to be Mentat, I think. And maybe I end up with a Spice Must Flow. Okay, Paul visiting a lot of cities, goes to Carthag. Looks like he's going to deploy even more. Does not deploy more. Okay. Still has another agent, so not exactly a rush. There's Gurney Halleck. I might be able to steal this, potentially. The cities are all gone, though. So it's not going to be easy for me to steal this. It's not the best time for Gurney. Yeah, it's really not the best time for Gurney here. Because he's going to draw me a card if I play him. The only place I can play him is Research Station. Doesn't take Swordmaster. Helena doesn't want Swordmaster. She has all this Solari. Has a Kwisatz Haderach she could send there. Wants selective breeding instead. It's interesting. This sucks because I don't want a Research Station right now. I'm at 10 persuasion as it is. Drawing this stuff won't help me. I don't want to pay 3 Solari for the 2 surprise troops because that doesn't really do anything. So it's just a Dune the Desert Planet to Imperial Basin? No, it's not even that. Oh god. What a rough... Oh, man. This is rough here. I don't want to burn 1 water on 2 spice, I don't think. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. The thing is, oh, man. Like, Guild Ambassador, I'm not going to be able to get a point off of it anytime soon anyway, because I still, like, I'm going to need to play it to get the alliance. I mean, spice will be useful someday, but oh god. I could just early reveal if I don't want to do it, but I don't even have a troop to throw in to get the little... Look at this, Paul. Okay, maybe I do it. Maybe I do spend the Gurney Halleck here. Just draw all this stuff, kind of waste it probably, but at least it's going to reshuffle everything else. Maybe Paul then has to burn an intrigue card to keep first, or I just don't even deploy. Ugh. Brutal. It's really brutal. I'm gonna take the spice, and a spice must flow. So, you know, round 7 is coming up, so getting to 6 spice could be pivotal. So even 2 spice now, you know, it's an agent that I don't have to spend later. So even though it's only 1 spice for 2 water, in a certain way of thinking about it, it's not costing me an agent. If I were just early reveal, then that means I've got to get that spice somehow later and spend a turn to do it. So it seems like this was the move. Gurney Halleck to here. You know, I could have put 1 troop in to get a water and 2 Solari, which is a pretty good deal. But I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten Spice Must Flow if I'd done that, so. No, I would have, because I'm drawing a million cards. So I still would have gotten, probably. I guess it's possible I wouldn't. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could have missed it. This is a tough one. What a great bargain for Paul to get this with 2 troops. Are you serious? Man, I could have used that. I really could have used that. Paul had Shifting Allegiances and did not use it. And he went to Imperial Basin, but he did, yeah. Okay, he didn't, he just couldn't do it, I guess. Well, yeah, I'm not paying for the Gurney troops. I mean, I could do it just to have 2 troops in there. But doesn't seem worth it. I'd rather pay 4 Solari and an agent and draw a card, I guess. I don't know. I thought about it like, you know, again, it's saving an agent turn to just pay the 3 and get it in there and not deploy. I could have still deployed 1 to get a water, so 3 Solari for a water and a troop in the garrison. Well, I guess I would have gotten 2 Solari back, actually. Yeah, I should have done it. I should have done it. I kept thinking I was like going for this, but yeah, I should have done this. Pay 3 Solari to get 2 Solari back and a water and a troop. Definitely should have done that. Yeah, I got confused, and because usually you throw in 1 troop, it's getting you 3rd place. That's all that was. Okay, so in this situation, round 7 coming up, so I would like to get to... I'd like to get to 6 spice. I could do that by not taking the Guild Alliance, but I think I have to take the Guild Alliance. So we'll see if I ever end up getting a victory point out of this guy. You know, the reveal, pay spice for a victory point. I may not, but even still, you know, he's a good card for getting me the Guild Alliance if that ends up happening. I do want to send Spice Hunter to Still Suits here. I might prioritize that because I really want to make sure I do that. To get the Freeman point now, unlock Siege Tabor, get the water, because that's what this Spice Hunter is for. Okay. Do I have to send him to Hardy Warriors? I don't really want to do that. We're going back to Mentat. I'm going to take the Guild Alliance. That gets me 3 more Solari, so I've got plenty of Solari. I really wish I'd used that Gurney Halleck ability, so I'd have 2 water right now. That would have been really nice. Paul, by the way, is at 7 victory points right now, has 2 alliances. Nobody currently has the water to pick this up. Perhaps I should send voice to Siege Tabor and reserve that for myself if, you know, somebody else could easily get the jump on me there. Or I could just, I mean, I can get 1 spice from Spice Must Flow, so I don't have to do that. Yeah, Helena going to Siege Tabor. I could still voice it to block her off of it, though. I'm not sure if she wants that or if she wants Research Station. And I'm not sure that I necessarily want to voice either. I'm still thinking I might have to Hardy Warriors just to get the point with the Freeman. But again, round 7. 2 cards that can take me to Hayliner. I'd like to have the spice for it. I can get it just from going to Imperial Basin and having Spice Must Flow. So I don't necessarily need to spend the water. I think I have to do the Hardy Warriors play. And who knows, maybe I win this conflict. Or I could even just keep the troops back. That's an option as well. Just go to, like, it's not something I tend to think about. Usually you go to Hardy Warriors, you want to deploy your troops, but maybe given that I'm really focusing on future conflicts, like, this is not that big a deal for me. Sure, I'd like to get an intrigue card. Sure, having a Mentat would be good because it means next round I won't really be able to go to Mentat because someone's going to just have the Mentat already, so it might as well be me. But 2 troops is not really going to cut it probably anyway. Do I want to stop Helena from picking up spice here? 4, 5. Do I want to just rally some troops is another thing to think about. Maybe this is a good time to rally troops. Convincing argument. Okay. Baron early reveal. Okay, so he's not in this conflict at all. He buys a Spice Must Flow. He's now at 7. Freeman camp to the Great Flat. Okay, so she does go to Great Flat. Interesting. So she pays the spice for the troops, but keeps them in her garrison. She's thinking about future rounds as well, is not super concerned about this one. Now that I have troops in my garrison, it means the Hardy Warriors could actually, I could actually potentially win this conflict with that play. Imperial Basin gets taken. So that's tough because that means I can't... do Hardy Warriors and Haga Basin. It's one or the other. And I don't have the Freeman Bond for the spice there. So that's a bummer. I think I need to prioritize Haga Basin. Maybe not. Maybe I should just do this. I'm not going to have that many more chances to do it. Paul might have an intrigue card or whatever. That's fine. I don't want to spend too many troops on this. Oh, crap. Okay. Well, my dagger will edge me ahead of Helena and Paul. So it's going to be about whether Paul has an intrigue card he wants to spend. So I need to keep this dagger. Do I want to send the voice to secure contract? I guess so. There's nothing worth buying here. Everyone's already revealed, so yeah, I've got to keep the dagger in my hand. I don't want to sell Melange, so I'll just go ahead and do this. Whatever. Okay, for 5 here, I'll take a liaison and that's it. Does Paul have an intrigue card? No. Okay, so I do get the victory here. So I'm not gonna be able to. Well, I guess I still could if I. Oh, that's actually pretty handy. I could go to Mentat just to draw cards if I really want to, but I already have the actual Mentat. I did not actually draw either of my 2 cards to take me to Hayliner. So that's potentially an issue. I don't have water for Research Station because I burned it. This is going to be a bit of a tough round for me now. I could go to Selective Breeding. But, you know, I think that's probably what I have to do. But it's unfortunate because it's going to cut into my spice, obviously. So I'm not sure that I can win this conflict the way things stand. Gurney Halleck is there. He's helpful. I could just send him to Carthag, you know. Get the card draw there. And, you know, not do Selective Breeding. So with this combination, Helena has a water. If she goes to Haga Basin, that gets her to 6. She could do Hayliner with her 3rd action. That's my guess as to what she's looking at here. Probably has Diplomacy in hand. Arakeen wouldn't be crazy either, because that's draw 2. Gurney Halleck to Arakeen is draw 2. So I'm guaranteed to get one of those faction cards at least. Yes, so that is her plan, obviously. Okay, so yeah, I don't think winning this conflict is really something I need to think too much about. I wonder even if I want to draw, maybe I want to leave one of those cards on top of my deck so that I could Hayliner the next round. So maybe Arakeen is not the play. But if I want to get a Spice Must Flow, huh? 10, 8. All right, that's what I'm doing. Fold Space and Signet Ring. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Hayliner in the end from Helena. So I think I kind of just want to pick up a bunch of spice. I'm just going to leave it at 3 troops for the moment. I've got 3 agents left to potentially get more in if I want to. Again, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 3rd agent Hayliner, which I'm not really prepared to compete with. I don't know. Is there a way I could have done it? Holy, 3 agent reveal for Baron just goes straight for Spice Must Flow. Okay. Hardy Warriors for Helena. Okay, she doesn't want Haga Base, and she just wanted to stop me from being able to get it, I guess. Interesting. Huh. I guess I could have potentially gotten her. Can I still? No, Carthag is gone. Research station is gone. Huh. Bold space, I kind of want to send... Maybe I send it to selective breeding. But I kind of want to get that point. But using that really diminishes my chances of getting Spice Must Flow. I guess, well, I guess if I use the fold space, that draws me a diplomacy. And that could potentially go to wealth. Can I beat Helena on this conflict somehow? Let's say it goes still suits. That gets 2 troops in. Then I could maybe get to Haga Basin. No, she's going to go there. I don't know if I can deploy enough. So this is probably not going to end up mattering. Maybe I didn't need to do that, but I don't know. I felt like I needed some better cards to make sure I could get Spice Must Flow as well. I might end up using this for the swords to beat Paul. Helena has already done everything she can. I don't know. Am I missing... There's only one spot I can go to deploy, though. That's the problem. Shifting allegiances for Paul. Is he gonna get this? He could drop here and take that. That's what he's doing. Okay. I just want to get that point. And then the ring, I guess, is going to end up going to Hall of Oratory. I could... No. Because if I send Bene Gesserit's sister to... Yeah, there's the Hayliner. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't the 3rd agent, it was the 4th agent. because of Kwisatz Haderach. So that's something I should also have been keeping track of, is where is Kwisatz Haderach, but I have not been doing that. Current score, 8 for Baron, 3 for Helena, 8 for Paul. Terrible reveal for Paul. Well, if I go to Hall of Oratory with the ring, I can get 2 swords off the sister and, you know, maybe get that second place spice. Wait, that's not true. That's not true. I could go to Mentat and just draw 2 cards, and then maybe I can get the swords. You know what? As crazy as that is, it may or may not work, but I'm going to try this. Yes, do it. Okay. Well, it's going to get me spice, it's going to get me swords. So it's going to give me a chance to get extra spice out of this. Or make Paul burn an entry card. By the way, Paul currently has 3 alliances, for God's sake. I think it's pass on everything else here. Oh, we got to give a cheer for Helena. Big cheer for Helena. It's always such a power move when you can use staged incident and still win a conflict, especially when it's a big conflict like that. You got to respect it. All right, so I get 5 spice, which is great. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Hayliner, but I don't have a card that can take me to Hayliner. I need to get to Mentat with Dagger. This is something I'm going to want to reveal for a victory point. No water is hurting me here in terms of research station. Yeah, it has to be Mentat immediately. All right, so Paul's going to Haga Basin. That tells me Paul's looking for a Hayliner now. Yikes. That was not what I wanted to see at all. I guess I really would have liked to have seen Diplomacy or Bene Gesserit's Sister or even Gurney Halleck. Yikes. Arakeen if I can, I guess. Carthag if I can't. Again, this guy has to stay back to be revealed, so like I can't send him to rally troops or anything like that. Carthag gone. Is there anything I want to block anybody from hitting with voice? Possibly block Paul from hitting Hayliner. I don't know that I care that much. I mean, Hayliner for him is worth a victory point. Essentially, that's it. It'd be funny to mess him up, though. But it's risky. If I go to Arakeen... Okay, he goes to Hayliner now. He's worried about getting voiced. It's interesting how this player has seemed to kind of almost read my thoughts, or almost like he was hearing me as I'm talking about my moves. There's been quite a few times this game where I've talked about, okay, I think this is what I want to do. And then Paul, you know, kind of messes it up. But, you know, I'm not streaming right now. So unless, you know, there's something really crazy going on, it's just, you know, it's just somebody kind of being able to read their opponents, probably keeping track of cards, remembering that I have the voice, wants to make sure he doesn't get stopped. So well played there. So yeah, I've got to go to Arakeen. I don't think there's much point in using the voice to do it. Unless I want to block selective breeding, just on the off chance I draw a card that can take me there. I could block Great Flat for Helena, because Helena might be eyeing that, but I don't know that I care. Huh. So what's kind of annoying here is I can't get Spice Must Flow unless I send Guild Ambassador to Hall of Oratory. If I send Guild Ambassador to Hall of Oratory, I can't get the victory point out of him. Gurney has nowhere to go. So, you know, I've got that option of the last minute deployment from him again, but it's not going to be enough to win. Research station from Helena. I didn't think about that, but that might have been worth blocking. Because she's trying to find Kwisatz Haderach. Paul goes to Great Flat. Okay, shifting allegiances for Paul. What does he want to do? Probably just down up there. Just to get that guild point would be my guess. Or he just doesn't use it. Okay. Gurney's been a little bit rough for me this game. I haven't gotten maximum use out of Gurney. There was that one turn I could have used him well and I didn't. I mean, just for nothing big, but it would have been helpful still. I think I just forget about Spice Must Flow. I think I just go ahead and get myself a water. Like, the game could easily be over this round, but if it isn't, I might like to have that water. Do I bother deploying anymore? I don't think so. Baron to Hall of Oratory. That's going to draw him a card. Get him a Persuasion. That's probably going to be a Spice Must Flow. Poison Snooper. She's really digging for the Kwisatz Haderach here. And she found it. She goes to Still Suits. Perhaps looking to go to Hardy Warriors with the next play to steal that alliance from Paul. I mean, that would be good news for me, kind of. At the moment, I'd like Paul to lose a victory point. But, you know, Helena's going to be catching up, so it's... she's not out of this, but I'd prefer generally... Oh, Paul. Paul says, no thank you. Forget it. Okay. The good news, though, is he can't use it to get that point, which... Yeah, if Helena hadn't threatened him there, he could have gotten 1 point there. Sleeper Must Awaken, he could have gotten to 10 points. So I'm glad that's not happening. But if he wins this, he's going to get to 10 points anyway. So this is going to be... This is it, unfortunately. And I'm going to end up at 9 points. That's what it looks like. I mean, I can't do anything about Paul winning here. So unless somebody else can, yeah, it's toast. It's gonna be 9 points from that. I don't really see anything else I can meaningfully do. I can get a spice. I can deploy a bit. Voice, block Helena somewhere. I don't know that I care. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, Gurney, I can get 2 more troops in. Big deal. So I'm just fighting for this intrigue card, essentially. There's really nothing it could be. I don't have plans within plans. I don't have corner the market. I guess corner the market could be a victory point, actually, if I were to get luck into that. So... would Liet Kynes do anything for me here? No. So... I guess... I should have used the secrets, because that actually would be plans within plans. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, yeah. Because I forgot plans within plans is actually... You can get 1 point if you have 3 influence on 3 tracks. I should have used that. Just in case I got plans within plans. Oh, man. Watch. I hope I get it now. I hope I get the plans within plans. Just to teach me a lesson. Would have loved for that to have been a combat intrigue. Okay. Paul gets 1 point there, gets to 10. Okay, what do we get? Bypass protocol. Okay, Baron had... Oh, all right. So Baron had the corner of the market, gets to 11, and takes first place. Congratulations to Ednor for the victory there. Yeah, didn't seem to be... honestly, some... wild for like 2 rounds. It was just early reveal for Spice Must Flow. I mean, sometimes that's really the best thing you can do if you've got nothing else to fight for, nothing really else valuable to get accomplished. Just get a Spice Must Flow. It worked out, especially because he had the corner of the market, right? So that also does kind of explain that behavior. Like, why are you so desperate? Is it really worth it for a Spice Must Flow to forgo 3 agents? Well, if you have corner of the market, maybe it is. So congratulations to the Baron, and then Paul coming in second place, and I got third place. I had fun with Ilban though. Lots of mentattings, lots of drawing of cards. I didn't have a great deck, unfortunately. You know, I didn't really get any great cards to actually be drawing. Bene Gesserit's sister. I mean, I had Gurney, and I had Guild Ambassador, and I love Guild Ambassador, especially on Ilban, because you know, he's a leader that likes to have a good land strat card. So you can send the ambassador to Mentat and whatever while you're building up your influence. So, you know, I'm happy to have gotten that. And Gurney is certainly a great card to get, but I never was able to really get great use out of him. A lot of the time, you know, the city spaces were taken. I couldn't really do it. It just, the timing didn't quite work out well for him. And so other than that, you know, nothing great. So, couldn't quite get it done, but still, I really enjoyed that game. I hope you did as well. Of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bludgeon. And if you'd like to support the channel and get extra exclusive videos every week, as well as unlocking full stream VODs, you can click the join button down below to become a member of the YouTube channel. And make sure, of course, to be there Sunday mornings Eastern time to watch me play live. You can chat along, you can tell me what to do, and you can even join in a viewer's game when that happens, which is usually every week, at least one game. So thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.